So today is March 27th, a Tuesday, which is the day of Mars. March is named after the Roman god Mars, which is the god of war. Now, I have my Mars water, my war water out here. Yeah, I always start a formulary once a year and save it around. Now, you don't have to start this in March. This is just me. It's March 27th. The full moon will be, I think it's Friday, March 30th. But March is named after the Roman god, so I'm leaving my war water or my Mars water out here to collect the rays of the sun and the rays of the coming full moon. And this is my Mars water, and my nails are inside the water. I swear to God, every time I open up a jar of barba del viejo, or barba de viejo, it brings me back to my Borinquen island, my Puerto Rico. It reminds me of like being in the rainforest or the rural areas of my island. When the rain comes down, it just, every time I open up this jar of barba del viejo, it just brings me back. So today I'm going to show you how to make agua de guerra. Agua de guerra is war water, okay? And if you've seen, I've done this already, and I'm going to leave a link down below because I did make war water and how I use it. I'm not going to go too in depth, but I'm going to leave a link down below to a previous video that I did on agua de guerra or war water. So click down below. I'm just going to show you how to add more ingredients into your agua de guerra, your war water, and how I use it in my spiritual and magical workings. So I have made already agua de guerra, war water, in a previous video, and I'm going to leave a link down below. This agua de guerra is more used for, and I don't necessarily use agua de guerra or war water to cause harm on anybody. What I do use war water or agua de guerra is more if someone throws a fetish in your house, someone throws black magic. And a lot of people who practice hoodoo or brujería, they tend to like to, when they're throwing witchcraft on somebody, brujería on somebody, they like to throw packages or leave items in front of the doorway of the person who lives there. So this agua de guerra is to protect yourself, to defend yourself, and to pour on top of this fetish or this item that they may have thrown in your house or by the doorway of your house, to remove this negative energy. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to get agua, just pure tap water, okay? And you're going to get rusted nails. Now you can use, and these are a little rusty, so my fingers are going to get dirty. So you can use any type of nails. You want iron nails that get rusty. I don't know if you can see that. But you want to get iron nails. You can use 3. You can use, I'm going to use 9 in this formulary right here. But you're going to take, I'm going to put 3 into my agua. And I'm going to bless them and pray, you know, whatever prayer you want to do. So here we got 3 more. You want to make sure that you get the iron nails that rust. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can see that. I don't know if you can see that in the video. Now with these 6 nails, it's pretty fine, but if you can get spikes, railroad spikes, I'm going to add 3 railroad spikes into my water. And I want to submerge it as much as possible. So I'm going to probably add more water to this, into my agua. Los 3 clavos de Jesús, que vaya delante de mí y que respondan y hablan de los corazones de mis enemigos. Anyway, sorry about that. Just a little prayer that I do. You can see they're a little bit rusty. I'm gonna leave this in the water for around 7 to 10 days, and then it's gonna get this beautiful, nice brown, rusty color, and that's what you want. And I'm gonna show you. Let me put this down. I'm gonna show you what it should look like, and then you know you have your agua de guerra, or your war water. So I just want to show you, today is Martes. Martes is Spanish for Tuesday. And the day Martes is named after the Roman god Mars, okay? So Martes is his day, as is Marzo, which is the month of March. And I started my Agua de Guerra, the one I'm going to show you last month. I like to leave it for a month, but you can leave it for 7 to 10 days and it will oxidize. This one was left in the water for a month. Okay, so this is just your basic recipe, or your basic formulary for Agua de Martes, Agua de Guerra, war water. I just want to tell you a really interesting thing. Friday the 13th just passed, not that long ago, and in Spanish culture, Friday the 13th has nothing, it doesn't bother us. We view Tuesday, Martes, as more of an unfavorable day, especially if Tuesday falls on the 13th. There's a Spanish saying, Martes 13, ni te cases ni te embarques. Tuesday the 13th, do not even get married, or don't even go on a travel. Don't go on a trip. So Mars, Tuesday the 13th for Latinos is more of a negative, not such a great day. While in the American culture or the European culture, it's more Friday the 13th. While Latinos, we don't view Friday the 13th as a negative day. We view more Martes 13, Tuesday the 13th. That is more of a negative day for us. So anyways, this has been in the water for a month. So now I'm going to jar this. But before I jar this, I'm going to show you other ingredients that you can add to your Agua de Martes, your war water. I want to show you that inside la agua, inside the water, I have my nails. I got the railroad spikes. I got 3. Okay, just want to show you, because I just want to show you how dark that is. And you can't even see the bottom ones. I don't know if you can see. I don't even know if you can see that. I'm gonna have to use one of these so you can. I don't know if you can see it, but you can probably hear it. Just so you can see that inside this water is the rusted nails. A lot of people saying you're touching la agua de guerra. Well, this is more for protection. This is really the original formulary was used for protection. It had nothing to do with harming enemies. It had to do more for protection. And believe it or not, a lot of people, I'm not telling you to drink this, but they would drink this to get iron within their body. Please do not drink this. Some people would even take baths with this water. They would pour a little bit of this water with a couple of drops of ammonia to remove psychic energy, psychic dirt, black magic. There's other ways of doing that. I wouldn't do it. I use this more if someone is throwing a fetish at somebody and there's black magic and you don't want to touch it. You take this and you pour it on top of that. So I just wanted to show you that the nails were inside mi agua de guerra, mi agua de Martes, my war water. So if you saw my previous video on this, you will see that I place this on top of a refrigerator. I leave it for a month. This is going to absorb all the negativity. Is viewed, okay, as sympathetic magic. What you view is what you see. This is the water absorbing negative magic from within the house. You take this and you pour it outside, either your front or your back door. But this time I'm going to save it just to show you a formulary and the Agua de Guerra. And of course, I'm going to leave the link to the original video down below. Go check it out. I'm going to show you other things that I'm going to add to this one to make a nice potent Agua de Guerra, Agua de Martes. And some you might have and some you might not, but this is just me. This is my formulary. And I'm going to be right back. Okay, so if you know my channel, you know that I love to recycle. I recycle pretty much everything. So save your old, this is an oil. jug. This is where I'm going to keep my agua de guerra for when I need it. Save your jugs. A lot of people like to spend money on jugs and jars and blah, blah, blah. Recycle. So this is just an old jar an oil jar that I just washed and saved. You don't know, sometimes I have to throw a lot of stuff away because I saved too many things. When you saw at the beginning of the video, this is barba del viejo. Okay? Barba del viejo. Now, it's so sad because when I was in Puerto Rico, in a banyan tree, I had recorded me gathering some. And, of course, I lost all those videos. But barba del viejo is known in English, or old man's beard is known in English as Spanish moss, okay? So this is barba del viejo. This is what I'm going to add. Barba del viejo is good for absorbing, for protection. It absorbs anything that's negative around you. So we're going to use a little bit of the barba del viejo to absorb. To my formulary, I'm going to add just a couple of capfuls of creolina. Creolina to remove something that's negative, something that's bad, something that's black, to purify, to wash away. A lot of people know that this is tar oil, so it's not very healthy. You've got to be careful when using this. Keep this away from small children and your pets, okay? Please be careful when using creolina, okay? I'm going to add to my agua de guerra or agua de Marte sulfur, okay, for protection, okay? That's my azufre. This is just my formulary, my recipe. To it, I'm just going to add a few grains of red pepper, okay? I also will leave a link down below because I made sal negra, okay? So go down below. I made this, and I'm going to leave a link down below of my formulary. Go check it out. And just a few, just a couple of pinches of magnetic sand. This is magnetic sand, and that's about it. And of course my agua de guerra that I'm going to pour into here. But first I'm going to mix everything in a bigger container so you can see what I'm doing for my basic recipe for my, I'm going to say it again, this is the last time I'm going to say my agua de guerra. First things first is, now this is my formulary. Everyone has their own way of doing it. I'm going to take 3 iron nails, okay, right here, because 3 is a magic number. Sorry about that, it's a kid's song. So I'm going to put that into my jar. Just simple. I want to keep, I put in 3, you could put 3, you could put 6, you could put 9. I'm putting 3. And now I'm going to take my warm water and I'm going to pour it into a jar where I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients. I want to get all that nice tar, and I don't want that to fall in there. I want to get all, not tar, I'm sorry, all that rust. I want that rust in my agua de guerra. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to place this to the side. Again, this is my formulary. You can do it the way you want. I'm just doing it the way I want. I'm going to add 3 cupfuls of creolina, which is tar water. So, 1. Stuff is strong. 2, 3. That's it. Just 3 capfuls of creolina. Okay. Now we're gonna add. I'm gonna add my Spanish moss, my barba del viejo. You don't need that much. Let's say a handful. Here I have a handful. Okay. Again, Spanish moss is good for absorbing. It absorbs negative magic. It's good for protection. So that's gonna go into my agua. I'm going to show you what it looks like so far. Put that all in there. Let me show you what this looks like. real quick. So excuse the mess, but here it is. Just wanted to show you real quick with my Spanish moss. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to add, and there's no order, there's no special order, I'm just whatever comes to my way, I'm going to add some sal negra, okay? And I'm just going to put, you don't need that much, I'm going to put 2. 1 and 2, and I'm going to show you three, because 3 is a magic number. I got that song in my head. Okay, so here it is, and I'm going to just stir it up. Give it a nice stir. I feel like I'm making a pie. If you haven't seen my formulary for sal negra, I will leave a link down below for that as well. So now to this, I'm going to add my azufre, my sulfur. I'm going to get a nice dry spoon. I'm just going to put just 1 spoonful of azufre. I'll do 3, why not? So you can do whatever you want, however you want. So I'm just going to put 3 in there. Azufre para protección, for protection. And it's going into my jar. Where's my lid for my azufre? Cover that up. And now I'm going to add just a pinch, and it's falling all over the place, of magnetic sand. Okay, just a pinch. You don't need that much. Just 1 little pinch. You can add more if you want, less. I'm just going to add just a little bit of a pinch of that in there. And then I don't want to touch this, so because I eat this stuff. But red pepper flakes, just like a half. I know I'm sorry, I don't have. This is not a cooking show. I'm gonna use just a half a lid full, and into my Agua de Guerra. Okay, everyone does it their way, their version. I'm gonna show you now that I'm gonna mix it. Okay, so here it is, and I'm gonna mix everything in. Make sure that everything is absorbed. Want to make sure that I get all this, you call this, sulfur, not sulfur, sulfur, my azufre. You want to get it powdered down. So let me just keep stirring this up. I get a whisk because I was going nowhere with that spoon. And it's ready to bottle up. Ready to bottle up. Making sure I added everything, looking at all my ingredients to make sure that I added everything. So here's my 3 nails in my plastic jug. Okay, and now I'm going to carefully add my ingredients into my bottle. I'm gonna have to pay attention to what I'm doing. A lot of people say I should get one of those, I don't know what you call those things. A cylinder, is that what you call it? I don't know. I like to do things the hard way because that's just a Leo. Leos love to do things the hard way, I guess. I don't know. I think so. Is it a Leo thing? I don't know. Okay, so let me end this video. I want to show you my Agua de Guerra after it's jarred. One thing that I added to this, and some people add and some people do not, it depends on you. You can add a cup of your own urine. Urine is really good. A lot of Latinos use human urine when someone throws black magic or a fetish on the door. The urine, the acid in the urine burns that black magic. So I added a little bit of the urine, but this is what it looks like. I want to show you what it looks like with all the ingredients, and I'm going to show you what the basic, the one that I have on top of my refrigerator, what it looks like without none of the ingredients. Both work fine, okay? They both can be used. If you don't have all the ingredients, you can just use it just like this. Plain and simple, just You can see the nails in the bottom here. I don't know if you can see the nails at all in this one. But this is just the basic one with none of the ingredients, and this is the one with all the ingredients. Please keep this labeled, keep this away from children, keep it away from pets and animals. This is used when someone throws a trick on your doorstep, black magic, pour it on top, pray over it, whatever prayer you want, and sweep it away. Get it away from the house. And this is used for protection. I know that a lot of people do use agua de guerra to cause harm. You can, but I don't use it that way. I use it more for what I just said. If someone lays a trick, te ensalan, as we say in Spanish. If someone throws something in front of your home. I knew of a person who had a botanica, and they had a rival botanica. And I told them, you know, make some agua de guerra and pour it. Because every time he would come to his botanica, he would come and he would see un trabajo in front of his store because they wanted to get rid of this person. So I said, you know, make some agua de guerra. I told him how to make some agua de guerra. And I said, pour it on top of it. Do whatever prayer, you know. I told him to do the prayer de los tres clavos, the 3 nails. Whatever prayer you want, you can use. But use that, pour it on top. Pray, let this black magic, this fetish absorb it and sweep it pa'l carajo pa' fuera. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'm going to be doing some more formularies because it's spring. Spring is coming, and this is the season when I do a lot of my formularies for the rest of the year. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button. Please press that little bell button over here, that little bell button to get notifications when new videos come out. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed. Please leave a comment down below, and always likes are appreciated. This is Sancita Brujo Luis. Santo Sanse.